Because without a mental approach like that, I really don't think you can do it.
This is the scene above the Hawkesbury River with the bridge-to-bridge in progress. While the superclass and larger capacity boats are already well on their way up the river, there's still a lot of action back at Dangar Island where the starts continue. These boats are racing in the 156 to 235 horsepower outboard class. This is one of the special classes for country competitors. Getting into the water and then getting up out of it again on a ski is a specialized business in ski racing. Let's look back at a particular Australian technique called wrapping, or sometimes kangaroo style, where the skier, as soon as he or she is out of the water, wraps the ropes behind for extra support and control. This technique is now widely used by racing skiers throughout the world. Back up the river, and the earlier starters are going hard. Not only the skiers, but the driver and observers take quite a buffeting at these speeds. Signals are passed between the skiers and the boats, and the observer relays them to the driver. The basic signals are go faster or slow down. And the spectators have it easy compared with the competitors out on the water. At this stage of the race, the pace will be really telling on the skiers. They're well on their way, but there's still no margin for errors.
The most important thing in ski racing is condition, fitness. And I've come to a conclusion in the last 12 months that a skier, if he wants to reach the top and really run hard, and I've got no argument or no detriment against little people, but you must be a big, strong bloke, like Robbie Woods, for instance, big-boned, train hard, and you can take a fall, whereas a light bloke can't, you know. He gets a fall, he hurts himself, or he's out of condition, he's in all sorts of trouble. And if you're going to run with the big boys, you've got to train like professionals. And I honestly think that you've got to, if you want to be tops, you've got to be a big-boned man, strong, and train very hard.
Before I go to work in the morning, I get up and I run my 4 miles in the morning. And then when I come home, I exercise in the afternoon after dinner, so I burn that, what I've eaten, burn that back off again. So I'm not overweight all the time. To do endurance racing like we're doing, you've got to be really fit. If you're not fit, you have troubles of cramping up, not making it, sometimes passing out on a ski. And that's when trouble comes.
We nearly always use outboards, twin-engine outboards. We don't have to go so fast because of the sea conditions. We haven't got the supercharged setups like you have here. but conversely, we are used to skiing in much more arduous conditions.
So home in England, we always ski over 50 to 60 miles. We don't do any short races at all. They're all marathon races.
What sort of training do you do to keep fit?
A lot of running and weight training, basically, because in England it's too cold to go in the water all the time, and we don't live near the sea as well, so we have to do a lot of road running and weight training.
The length of the ski ropes is very important in this sort of racing. In the bridge-to-bridge, the skiers may be up to 250 to 300 feet behind the boats.
Skis have changed a heck of a lot. I can remember in the old days when we started to get into the ski racing scene with the skis and the trials and the tests and everything we had with them. I know Brucey Roberts and Peter Ward and people like that, and Terry Bennett, they used to hate me because they'd be flat out and couldn't get round corners and fall in at about 70 mile an hour and shake their fist at me. But we gradually worked out a method with the help of some of the designs from America. Old Dick Murdoch in America, who was renowned in ski race manufacture for years. That's why they had the jump on us over there. Until we got into that style of thing, the Americans were superior to us. Well, then we got into to look at their designs and improved on them, and it's the Australian manufactured item, and now we're up in the world-class bracket.
Back at Dengar Island, there are still lots of boats at the starting line. For these competitors in the junior boys section, it must seem like a very long wait. Also well down in the starting order are these under 5 litre boats. Another of the outboard classes takes off. There are classes for stock outboards as well as different engine capacities. One of the specialty classes for inboards.
Everybody's happy.
And also girls' and women's sections. One of the last groups away, sub-junior boys. And very small capacity outboards, who perhaps deserve a special award for waiting for some 350 or so other boats to start before them. Back up the river, there's time for a dip or even a barbecue as the boats keep on coming through. the superclass boats are well on their way to the finish line, and the pressure is on. Near home at last, the first boat to start and still running at the head of the field is Missile, a stern drive inboard driven by Colin Simpson, and with international